Hey, afternoon, guys. How's everybody doing? Welcome to the Premier League kickoff. Yeah, just myself and Nige, just running over the 3 p.m. games and talking about Wolves, Spurs this afternoon. And we have a kind of overarching question. Can Spurs surprise us this season? Well, we'll get into it and just be covering the games as the goals go in. How is everyone doing today? How are you, Nige? How you been, mate?
Yeah, I'm good, mate. I'm good. Looking forward to tonight's game. I'm actually quite enjoying the thought of Spurs playing on a Saturday night. It means I can enjoy the football during the day. Oh, hello. We've had a goal. But yeah, I'm really good, mate.
Who scored?
We've had a goal. Crystal Palace 1, Liverpool 0.
Oh, and have we got a goal scorer yet?
Not yet. I haven't heard. It's always weird, isn't it? Team scores and you don't actually know whether it's, waiting for VAR. But
I ain't come up on mine, mate. How are you watching it?
Michael Dawson's just like done the
Oh, here it is.
just
Goal.
gone to him and it's been a goal. Yeah.
It's a goal, guys. Palace lead. Before we get into it all, Nige, give us some predictions for these games today. I know Palace have got one up.
I think Palace score first against Liverpool. No, I still think Liverpool win the game. I think City probably win at home. I think, what are the other games I'm looking through? Chelsea, I think that would be a draw. And I think Leeds Bournemouth would be a draw as well.
Okay.
What say you?
Oh, Man City will win. They'll beat Burnley. Obviously, we've already seen the result. Another defeat for Man United. I think Chelsea will edge it against Brighton. And I think Liverpool, Palace may be a draw. And Leeds, that's a difficult one. Bournemouth, I'm going for a draw in that one. But yeah, let me update the results. So how was that Man United game, man? Another defeat for them. Did you watch it?
I did watch them. I watched most of it. I thought United were typically United. They had spells when they looked okay, but something's not right there. Playing Fernandes in almost like a deeper midfield role just doesn't work. His strength is up in the attacking areas. I don't think I'm going to be here long. I really don't. I think he'll be gone soon. I think just something isn't right there. It doesn't work. I thought Brentford did okay. Brentford weren't magnificent, by the way, but they did enough. And yeah, big issues at United, I think.
Before we go on to a little bit more, let's say hello to people in the chat. Big up Scott M. Hope you're doing good, man. Big up Mark Taylor. How are you? Big up Derek Lewis. Derek, how you doing, man? Thank you for being here. Big up Ghosted. How are you?
Yeah,
let's all laugh at United. Yeah, why not? Hey, and Scott's telling us who scored Sarr. Yeah, great start for Palace, eh? Very good start. Few hellos in the chat. Nita, afternoon, Dan and Nige. Hope you're good.
Hello,
come on, you Spurs. Nita's already going for an early prediction for Spurs today. 3-1. And Ghosted, big mistake United not selling Fernandes for 100 million and then revamping their midfield with the money. Fair enough. So look, another defeat for Man U. I can't say I'm not surprised. They're not a great side at the moment. Brentford have been okay at home. New manager, very direct. Were they very direct today, Brentford?
Yeah, I think it's what they do best. They are quite direct. They do use their wings quite a lot. Their first goal was literally a direct ball up front. Good finish. Second goal, I think, was from a set piece, if I can remember, and third goal was on the break. But yeah, they were quite direct. But you play to your strengths, and Brentford have got a big forward up front who will battle for everything. Like I say, United just they don't look good at all. They look the same as what they did last season, and that's with all the money they've spent in their forward areas. Is a real concern.
Well, they went 2 goals down early, didn't they, in the first 20 minutes? And then
Yeah.
their new striker, is it Salsko? He's pulled one back. And then
Mm,
Fernandez missed a penalty in the second
he
half.
did.
And then there was a
Yeah.
late goal from Brentford in stoppage time. So,
Mm,
yeah,
yeah.
crazy.
Yeah. I got to be honest though. I don't know how you say Sesko, but I say Sesko. Yeah. But
Cisco.
for some reason, the commentators want to say Sheshko. So it
Yeah,
sounds like a James Bond saying it.
just
I
showing
don't
off.
know why they have to pronounce it like that, but it's annoying.
Yeah, so look, Brentford, they've been doing okay under their new manager. Lost a couple of players, haven't they, in the summer? I
Yeah.
mean, their home form seems to be good. I mean, that's a great result for them. Really is, isn't it, Nige?
Yeah. Top result.
Top
Top result.
result.
There's been another goal, mate.
Another goal. Who we got now?
Another goal. Man City 1, Burnley 0.
Okay. No surprise there. Let me go in
No,
and change it.
matter of
I
how
tried
many
to
they
get
get, I
some
think.
flash thing for the stream, but it's too much messing about. you know those those things that you can have the score sheet on there.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I think because Southern Percy did it, didn't they, last season for a little while, and they had the whole like goal thing come up every time there was a goal. But yeah, needs to be done.
It's got a goal scorer for that Man City yet?
It was an OG.
Own
I
goal.
think it was Max Esteve or yeah, own goal anyway.
There we go. 2 early goals. Which around about 15 minutes played so far. So look, let's just go into the Man United game a little bit more. Just want to have a look and see kind of how that went. I'm just going to get
Yeah,
up some statistics of stats. Yeah, the goals come up on mine. You're well ahead of me, mate. So you're going to be the one calling the goals
one man.
today, and I'll be updating it. Um,
Right.
that'd be great. Cheers, man. So let's have a little look at this game. Statistics. So the XG was fairly similar. Brentford, Man United.
Yeah,
Statistics. Brentford created 6 big chances to Man United's 4. Brentford had 10 shots. Man United had 14. Keepers 5 saves each. Man United had outpassed Brentford by about 100
yeah,
passes.
yeah.
A couple more tackles from Man U. And if I look at the attacking momentum, Brentford started fairly strong in that first half. Then Man U came back into it. Then second half, Brentford were the better side. Man U come back into it. And then right at the end there, Brentford came into it and scored a third. So yeah, it seems a very up and down game. It seemed quite, just kind of looking at the data, the statistic, it looks quite an even game. Would you say it was, Nige?
Yeah, I think it was. I think, like you say, Brentford started really well. Deservedly were a couple of goals up. Could have scored another couple, to be fair. Really did dominate the first 20 minutes, I'd say. And it wasn't until United scored that United actually started coming back into the game. But for me, even their goal, I think it's kind of skewed the statistics a bit because it was a bit of a goalmouth scramble where I think Kelleher made like 2 or 3 good saves. So it
Yeah.
was almost like they got all their shots in within like a split second. I think Sesko had 3 chances before he buried it. Um, But yeah, as soon as they scored, they kind of took control a little bit. And but United were always going to have a lot of the ball because they are a better footballing side. But it's what you do with the football, isn't it? And United just don't seem to have any idea.
Well, they're sticking with that same system, isn't it? Three at the back,
Mm.
Ugarte, Fernandez in that central pair midfield. It don't work. It really
No,
doesn't, does it? Playing like that. He's a
no.
number 10. He needs to be in those forward areas. He's got Dallo, Dorgu, and Buemo, Cunha. And so we had all his strikers, all the signings they made, and one goal. It's not good enough, is it? I just don't know how much
Mm.
patience Man United are going to have with that. Almiron, if he still hasn't won 2 games in a row.
No, and they didn't. I know they scored, but it didn't really look like overly troubling Brentford. They wouldn't, you could understand if they were peppering the goal and it was chance after chance, but it just didn't happen. They had a couple of spells when they had a few half chances. They just don't. Yeah, for me, they're just a really poor team, even with all the players they bought.
Um, Scott says they wouldn't force him to leave. A lot of people were writing off Brentford after Frank left. That's very true. People thought they were going to
Yeah,
struggle, and look, they're. I mean, if I
being
just look
Hooters.
at the league table, let's see how they're getting on, because that is a big change for them, isn't it? 2 wins in their first 6 games, 3 defeats, 1 draw, sitting 12th in the league. I mean, it's doing better than some teams who ain't got picked up any points. You look at
No,
Villa,
I still think
haven't
it's going to
won.
be a difficult season for them. They were 17th before the day, so if they had lost, I don't see them in the top half, but I think they'll be fine.
I think that a lot with them is going to be reliant on their kind of home form, isn't it? Yeah, they've got to
Mm.
be tough to beat
Yeah,
at home. Away, it'll be tough for them. They've got some good players still, but yeah, it's going to be a tough season for them losing Frank. And yeah, because the manager who's come in there, he was just wasn't he a coach there or something, weren't he?
he was. Yeah, he was. Was he a first team coach or something? I know he used to play, didn't he? I can't remember who he used to play for. Um,
Yeah, I
but
think
yeah,
he
I
was
don't know.
one of the coaches. So yeah, he got this step up. So look, good points for them. Man United, 13th in the league, 2 wins, 1 draw, and 3 defeats. And after that kind of win at the weekend against who was it now? Chelsea, right? Yeah, Chelsea game. Yeah. The Man United fans, I was listening to them all week. They were like saying, look, we're only 3 points off here, 2 points off there. We, a couple of wins in a row, we can get into that top 4 and just brought back down to earth. Yeah, you can't
Yeah,
win 2
yeah,
games in a row, man. It's just not good. And Brentford is a winnable game. I'm sorry, the amount of money
mm,
Man United has spent on their team, they should be winning that game. Not straightforward, of course. Brentford, they're going to make it hard, but they should be winning. And yeah, it's a big
I
failure, man.
agree. Yeah, no, I agree. I think I'm really disappointed by United this season. I expected a lot better from that, and it is early days. We are only 6 games in, but they just don't look any better. Even last week against Chelsea, Chelsea, if they hadn't have made all their subs, and brought off all their attacking talent when they're down to 10 men, who knows? I think they could have got a point out of that. And I think United are in for a really long season.
They're not in Europe. They got,
Sometimes, yeah, even worse.
plenty of coaching time to get their team going, but Amarin's sticking to that system. He's not going to change at all. He's not
I,
going to change
I,
it.
s- Mate, I don't know if you can remember last season when we did a show just before Tottenham played United, and one of the 4 times we beat them, and we had the United fan on. And I think Amarin hadn't been there that long. And I did say at that time, I think Man United might be too big a job for Amarin. And I really think it is. I don't think he's up to it.
Hmm. Let's go to the chat. Nita, United used to be a team that stopped them arse up the road from winning from the Prem for many seasons. Missed that. We saw some good games back then. They're so far away from those years, aren't they? Yeah.
Yeah.
Big up, Angus. How you doing, man?
Hang up, buddy.
Ghost is still a big mistake for them not to get rid of Amarim. It's crazy how far United have fallen growing up. United were the best of the best. They were. They, it was horrible playing Man U, weren't it? the old days under Ferguson, always going to have a tough game, and home and away, they had our number for many a seasons. It wasn't really until Ferguson left that we started to beat Man United more regularly. I mean, we did get a couple of wins in the kind of more in his later years. I remember one AVB. I'm sure there was another one as well, but I can't remember, Nige, at the top of my head. It weren't many times we beat United. I think there was one at home we won.
No, I can remember a few in the 90s. I can remember beating United 4-1 at White Hart Lane when Chris Armstrong scored a couple, and one in the cup when Ginola scored. But yeah, we didn't beat him often.
Just a few hellos in the chat. Brentford should have been 4-0 up, really. I mean, there was a couple of good saves, wasn't there? From the Man United goalie. So yeah, it could have been 4. Yeah. If Brentford, Scott says, if Brentford were playing a 4 team like Arsenal, they would have won 5 or 6-0. Oh dear me, here we go. Let's go a bit in the chat here. Palace beating Liverpool, Blackburn, Keith Andrews. That's it. Cheers, Angus.
Yeah.
Thank you for that, mate. Big up to the Jabberwocky. How you doing?
Big up, mate.
Banging pod man. Cheers, mate. How you doing, mate? And Lord Rodney Trotter's with us as well. Just seen the score. Yeah, it's great, isn't it? Great to see Man United doing bad. We just need to get away from them in the league. Hopefully get 3 points later on. Is it dear, oh dear. Ghosted. My uncle gave me a Sharp United shirt when I was a kid, but I never liked red. I always thought I had to curse myself until the last 5 years. Fair enough. And Scots must be watching the Liverpool game. Should be 2-0 Palace. Alisson with an incredible save. Hey,
that's good. There has been a goal.
Another goal. Who is it now?
Another goal. Chelsea 1, Brighton 0. And it's Fernandes who's got the goal.
Fernandes. Okay, let's have a look. Let's get that updated. I think Chelsea will beat Brighton today. I think Brighton are a very team. You just don't know with them. Sometimes they can be really good, and sometimes they can be bad. I mean, Chelsea should be winning that game away from home. I'm going to update the score in a minute. Ashraf, how are you doing? Hi, Dan and Nige. Don't care about United. Hope they get relegated and disrespectful. Showed it's only Tottenham lads. Yeah, remember that old saying? That was the one where we were 3-0 up at half time, weren't it? Do you remember that one? I was in Cyprus watching that game. I was so drunk. 3-0 up. Les Ferdinand, wasn't it? Christian Ziege, I think, as well scored. And then
we battered him, didn't we, first half?
I was so pissed. And then I was watching it with a couple of United fans in the pub. And God, 5 goals, man. Oh, that was terrible in that second half.
Yeah, not good.
And that was the famous saying, wasn't it? Half time. I'm sure it was that game. Lads, it's Tottenham. And they just destroyed us. Right, let's amend the scorecard on that. Get that up to date. So Chelsea 1 up. There we go. Right, let's go to the chat, see what people are saying. Angus saying 1-0 to Chelsea. Nita, Sir Alex Ferguson was a masterclass. Football at its best back then. Opinions are free. Absolutely. And Angus, yeah, definitely. Could Dr. Tottenham appear later? I mean, look, we're going to talk about that Wolves game shortly. We will do. Should Chelsea win that, it's not good for Hassan Hutel or whatever he's called. What's that?
It's the Brighton manager.
Brighton manager is, it's a young guy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Bournemouth goal. Bournemouth has scored. Semenyo.
Oh, yeah.
Great player, isn't he? 26 minutes.
Top player.
Yeah.
Gotzler. That's it. Well done, Scotty.
Yeah, cheers, Scott. Awful form for Brighton. 1-0. Angus is up there in there as well, giving us the results, the scores. Hertzler, that's the guy. And Ghost is saying Angus keeps trying to speak the Dr. Tottenham bullshit into existence. Piss off, Angus. Oh dear.
Yeah, that's gone. No more Dr. Tottenham.
No more Dr. Tottenham. I don't know if it's completely shaken off, but we'll see. Not been a bad start this season. It's not been a bad start at all. I've got to go over the results a bit later. Right, so let's mend that. Another goal in the results. Let's have a look. So right, so should we talk about Tottenham Wolves? Nige?
Yeah, let's do it. Why not? Why not, mate?
Let's do it, and we'll keep an eye on the scores as well. Where do we start with this one? Look, I think it's a game where we can't be complacent, right, against Wolves. Look, they haven't had a great start to the season. Was it 4 defeats, right? Sitting bottom of the league.
5.
5, is it?
Got
Well, how many
5
games?
in a row, yeah, I think.
Is it how many games we played this season?
We played 5,
games?
haven't we? 5, yeah.
Hold on. Yeah, 5 games, 5 defeats, and Frank was talking in his press conference that got to be serious in this game. It's the right message, isn't it, for the players not to get so complacent and just expect to win. They've got to be on it. They've got to turn up. They've got to they've got to play well. Wolves, so that looking at their results, there's a few where they were quite close. Yeah, obviously they got battered on the first day of the season against City. So it's and they won in the week, didn't they, against Everton in the Carabao Cup? And there's some stuff that finally Wolves are getting their act together, getting the right formation, right lineup, etc. So it's a game where we just got to be on it. I'm not no sloppiness. Just because they're bottom, the players have got to have the right attitude. And I think Frank has spoke about that. He's told the players that don't look at their past results. Look at the game today and treat it like any other game. They've got to win the game. And I'm expecting, Nige, some good football, right? At home against Wolves, I'm expecting some good attacking football. And I'm looking to see how we create chances today, clear-cut chances, because I felt we've struggled from the season so far to kind of create those clear-cut chances. So that's what I'm going to be looking. I'm going to be looking at particular players' performances, how it's kind of coming together when it's getting to the final third. And look, we probably all can kind of roughly guess what the lineup will be, other than one or two. But Nigel, what's your kind of take on the game against Wolves?
Well, A should we win? Yes, but B, listen, our record is not great against Wolves. I think in a show earlier, I think the last 21 games against Wolves, I think we've only won 5. No, 7. I think we've only won. I think it's 7. We've won 7 in the last 21, lost 9. So we've lost quite a few games of the last however many we played against them. So this is going to be a really tough game. It's going to be no different. We've got to be on it. The home form, as I said to you before, does concern me. Creating chances. If you look at a lot of our goals, they tend to be on the break, on the counter attack. I think we're a good counter attacking side. I'm not sure we're great when we've got to keep possession and create chances ourselves. I think we find it hard to break teams down at the moment. That front 3, 4, whoever it is, have not quite connected. They haven't quite got those connections yet. But I think we should have more than enough to win the game today. But you're right, we can't be complacent. A lot of people were saying this before the Bournemouth game. This is a game we should win comfortably, and we were awful. So yeah, we've got to be on it. But I think we'll be fine.
So the last 5 games against Wolves, we lost last season at their ground 4-2. An awful performance on that end. And then we couldn't even beat them at home, 2-2. I remember that performance.
Yeah,
it was just
another poor performance. Yeah,
it really was. And then the game before that, we also lost at home back in February 2024. And before that, a loss to Wolves away, 2-1. And another loss, 1-0. So look, we're not beating them, are we? What's that? 1 draw,
no,
in the last 5 and 4 defeats.
4 defeats, yeah, and that 2-1 defeat, especially at Monolou when we were 1-0 up, wasn't it? 1-0 up to like 90th minute or 89th minute, and we conceded 2 in the last couple of minutes to lose the
That was
game.
under Ange, wasn't
Um,
it? That was under Ange as well.
it was
I'm
it was
sure it
under
was.
Ange, yeah. I'm pretty certain it was just Eric Dyer. I don't know whether Eric Dyer made a mistake or come on or something. There was a lot of hoo-ha about Eric Dyer that game anyway, but yeah, terrible performances against Wolves recently. So we really need to put that right. They've got a bit of a hoodoo over us at the moment.
Yeah, it's not a good record, is it? So, and Frank did speak about that as well in his press conference that we haven't beaten Wolves for some time. Let's see what else he had to say about that game. He's talking about the issues with Spurs and injuries that he's kind of saying that's a priority. He's looking at it, looking at like the coaching performance and the medical departments. So yeah, that's interesting, isn't it? That he's
Mm.
obviously noticed that there's been an issue. Spurs have had a lot of injuries the last couple of seasons. Well, we all thought it was, due to Ange's system, but there was some issues with the medical department, right? That a
There
few
was.
people left, some issues there. So far, we've been okay with injuries, haven't we? This season, Nige, I think we haven't really picked up.
Yeah, we have. We have. I think my battery's about to die. Let me put the electric on a sec, mate.
No worries, mate. Let's go to the chat. People arguing in the chat. Nita says, I was working at the lane that game, worked in one of the boxes in the East Stand. Spurs United, watching that game was unreal. Good old days at the lane. Worked there for 5 seasons. That's interesting, Nita. Yeah, eye opener. Yeah, that was a crazy game, that one. Just a few arguing in the chat. Let's have a look. Afternoon to Audio Artisan. How you doing, man? Thank you for joining us. Lord Rodney Trotter, City and Liverpool have Harlem Globetrotter squads. You know what else? Their leagues and Champions League titles in recent years. Yep, got a lot of catching up to do. Friendly banter. Yeah, I know. It's all good. It's all good. Good fun. Definitely, Scott. Rest assured. So, look, guys, what are you expecting in the Wolves game? Straightforward performance, win, comfortable victory. Any score predictions? Anything you're particularly looking forward to seeing? Who's going to be on the left? That old dilemma that we've had all season. It's like it's going to be Richarlison up front again. Let's talk about Solanke. Solanke is still not fully fit. I think he probably needs an operation, right? Because how long has this been dragging on for now? Since last season, right, Nige?
Something's not right, is it now? Because we were told originally that he was going to be out for a couple of weeks. Then it was 3 months, and that's why we brought in Mawani apparently. Then we're told again that he's going to be back in training. He's going to be back soon. We've seen him in training, yet he doesn't seem to be anywhere near even getting on the bench. If he's back in training, surely he would be at least on the bench to come off for 5 or 10 minutes. The fact he's not anywhere near, I don't know. It's a bit of a concern. Doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, like he goes, he's like training and then he feels some pain and then he's not training. Look, what is going on with that ankle? I don't know. It's not good, is it? It's not good.
No, no, it's a concern. And listen, it is what it is. We are stuck with Richarlison as our only striker at the moment, because Mawani's come in, has had a dead leg now for a couple of weeks. Obviously, I said this morning, how bad can a dead leg be? It's a
I
dead
know.
leg's a dead leg. But apparently he's got bleeding on it. It might be something like right inside the muscle. So it could be quite bad. But again, it just feels Tottenhamy, don't it? Spursy, should we say? We bring in a player, Moani, he's hardly ever injured. As soon as he comes in, he doesn't play. Takai,
I
another
know.
one. Not seen him.
Yeah, I don't know. I need to see another striker up front. Jabberwocky says our injuries are just as bad under Thomas as Ange. 9 hurt currently. I think. Yeah, I think. So if we look at the injuries so far this season, obviously there's some long term ones, right? Kulusevski, Solanke's
Yeah,
been out for some time. We know Madison's gone for the season. Tayaki, the young guy we signed in the summer, who's not
yeah.
played at all, has been suffering injury. You know, we do have some injuries, but I'm kind of thinking about any kind of new injuries from, you know, we've played any players that have. I mean, there's been a couple of knocks, right, but nobody out so far long term. I think Nige.
No, I can't think that we've got anyone out long term that started the season.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, obviously Sarr was left out in midweek, but that was precautionary. He should play today. There's been a goal. Leeds
there's a
have
goal.
equalised against Bournemouth. Yeah,
Hey, 1-1.
that Tottenham legend, Joe Rodon.
Did he?
Yeah,
Let's go in and add that. Change the score on that one. So it's 1-1.
1-1.
We got to play
Game one
Leeds, you know, next weekend, right?
next week. Yeah, at Ellen Road as well. But we've got a pretty good record there, haven't we? Pretty confident we go there and win.
Yeah, we've done all right there lately.
Mm.
This goes to the chat because I was just asking how what people thinking of the result today. Any predictions? Anita's talking about injuries. Injuries lost in weren't bad luck. It was bad care of our players. I think so. Playing that pressing side the whole time. Audio Artisan says 3-1. I expect a comfortable win. Let's hope so. Let's hope so. That's what we want. That would be nice. Another clean sheet.
Yeah,
I can't believe we spent 200 million on Solanke, Richie Tell, and Adbert. Yeah, it's got to be
it's
looked at, isn't
laughable,
it?
isn't it?
Yeah, I
Laughable.
mean, all of them are just not. You know, if we really want to push on, we need better. I mean, what do you reckon in the week, Nige? Wilson's performance. I mean, I think I was very underwhelmed.
You know what? He did a good run and put a good ball in for the goal, but I expect more against League One opposition, personally. Um,
And
yeah,
same with Dell,
still.
right?
Oh, well, Tal's different altogether. I see something in Odeberry. At least he does do bits during the game. Tal for me, terrible, terrible player. I know he's a kid. I don't want to get on him too much, but I am concerned he's just not up to it. And yeah, terrible signing from Spurs. Should never have done it.
We've got a goal. We've got a goal. An equaliser. Can you believe it?
We
Burnley.
have.
Anthony.
Wow.
Well,
Wow.
no one expected that, eh?
I think City are a funny one, aren't they? I think they're another team that's going to be in transition this year. They
What do you
bought
mean?
quite a few players in. They bought a few players in, haven't they? Quite a few players in. Obviously, a lot of their big hitters, their older players have gone, like well, De Bruyne. Obviously, they've lost the keeper now, so they've got a new keeper in, even though he's world class keeper. I just think it might take them a little while to get used to each other. While you've got Haaland up front, you've always got a chance. But I don't think City are anywhere near winning this year for me. Quite
I reckon
comfortably.
Solanke's in rehab for anime. Is that anime addiction?
Yeah, yeah. There's a few of them in the Spurs team who are into it, isn't there? Apparently Simmons is quite into it as well.
Didn't even know that. So officially injury wise, this is what we've got right now. Obviously,
Yeah,
Kulusevski, Basuma's out injured. I don't know what's going on with that guy. Dragason's not fully fit yet. I think he's in training, right? Solanke, Ben Davis is doubtful, and Mwani's out. So we've got a few. Looking at the kind of Wolves
yeah.
injuries, they've only got a couple out, so they've got quite a strong selection to choose from.
Mm.
I just wanted to say what else Frank had to say in his press conference yesterday. There was a few bits and bobs. He said, let's have a look. Um, so he's saying, look, we need to come out flying against them. We haven't beat them in the last 5 matches. Let's have a look. He reckons Wolves are not as bad as the results have shown.
No,
Can't be complacent. That's what I said, didn't I?
Yeah, you watched a lot of Wolves goals they've conceded have been through mistakes or sloppy errors. So I think they cut that out. I don't think they're as bad as certainly what they're showing at the moment. But let them save that for next week. Today we need to do a job on them, get the game, get the win, and move on.
Well, we must win that today. There's no excuses for me. Good performance, I'm expecting. To dominate the game, take the game to Wolves, create chances, score some goals. I want them to be
Yeah,
on it today. We've rested some in the week, didn't we? So some should be fairly fresh. I mean, predictive lineups. It's looking the usual the back four. Doggy might be starting this one. Saab, Paulinia, Bergvall midfield. Simmons, Richarlison, Kudos. I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure about that because I think, a game like this, Nige. I mean, I would play a bit more creativity in midfield, right? So I probably would go with Paulinho in there with
yeah,
Bergvall, um, Xavi maybe, and then probably play Wilson left, Charlison, and then Kudos. I would, especially
yeah.
being at home. We're going to have the ball. We're going to dominate. We need to create chances. I don't think we need to play both Bentancur and Paulinho. What do you think?
No, I'm 100% with you. I think we need to see a bit more of Xavi in 10. And like I said before, let's make a decision who we're playing out on the left. If it's going to be Odebell, let's give him 4, 5, 6 games. See what he can do. Obviously, within reason, but let's give him a chance. Pick your poison and play him and see what happens. But definitely, we need to see Xavi in that 10.
Are we blaming Frank for injuries that happened before he got here?
Yeah, a lot of the injuries are already injured. Players are already injured.
Big up, Ellie. Yes, lads. Big up, Dan and
Uh,
Nige. Just on the injuries, we had long-term injuries. It's only matters pre-season. That's true.
yeah.
Very true. Solanke's going to turn into long-term. I just got that feeling. I'm just feeling that he's going to need an operation, and he should have just got that done, shouldn't he?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because he'd be closer to being fit again now. Doesn't make sense.
Yeah, but that's because every fan base has a few Wally's Angus. Have you seen some of your lot? Got a tough game, haven't they, tomorrow? Arsenal away to Newcastle. What do you think of the draw,
So,
Nige, against Newcastle in the Carabao?
I honestly think it's the toughest draw we could have got, and not necessarily because it's Newcastle. I think it's just the fact it's away, midweek away in Newcastle, and the fact we got Everton and Chelsea sandwiched in between them. I just, even if we got Newcastle at home, would have been better. We can beat them though; they're beatable, but it's a tough one.
Look, you're going to come across good sides, right? In this competition, there's
Yeah,
not many rounds. You're going to have to face a couple of them anyway to get to the final.
mm,
And look, it's not ideal, but if you want to win this cup, you got to go and beat Newcastle. And there's no reason why we can't. Yes, it's going to be tough, but we just got to have a good game plan and just try and win. We've got to win these games. We haven't had too many big tests so far, Nige, have we, this season? It's been really kind of comfortable.
no,
Man City we've played. The run we've
mm,
had has been very, very kind to us.
yeah,
So you've got to play these games. We've got to see what the team's made of. So I'm kind of really keen to see how they get on against Newcastle. A big challenge. It's going to be lively. Crowd are going to be up for it. When they get going, Newcastle, we're a very good side, and they'll be up for it. Yeah, they won't want to lose. Our record at
no,
Newcastle is not the best. Last three games we've played, a couple of them we got battered, and then the last one, it was a bit closer, wasn't it? Beginning of last season, 2-1. Um,
yeah.
Look, see what we can do, Nige, mate. Eh?
I don't think there's any reason why we can't go there and win. And I think Chris said it the other day on Harry's stream that you just don't know because it's quite early in the competition still. You don't know what team Newcastle field. They might play a few youngsters. We might play a few fringe players as well. So you just never know. I think, like you say, if we want to win this competition, we got to play some good sides along the way. We're not gonna, it is what it is. So I just would have rather be at home
Oh,
personally.
look, we would have all chosen a home tie against a weaker team, of course, to get to. Is it the quarterfinals next? Is it after that?
Yeah,
I
if
think
we win
so.
this one, yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, it is what it is, guys. Ellie's saying, I think Odegaard needs more end product and tell rhymes with sell. Look, both players need to do so
Absolutely.
much more. You know, obviously the young players, you want to get behind them, but they've got to perform. I'm sorry, they really do. They've got to, you know, especially against Doncaster. What a game to kind of get some confidence up, play some football, be brave. Tell had, I think he had 3 chances, and a couple of them he really fluffed them, didn't he? Kind of kicked through it.
Didn't even connect, did he? It's just like, come on, man. You're a professional. It's the kind of thing you expect on a Sunday morning, Sunday morning pub team football, isn't it? When you don't
It's
connect with it at all. Once, okay, but twice in a game is unforgivable for me.
Yeah, I don't really know what's going to happen with Tell. And Wilson, for me, has not really improved since being at Spurs. I remember when he first joined us and he first started to play under Ange, he showed a bit more. Right, we got half time now, right? Half time
Yeah.
with the games. I'll run through the scores in a sec. Yeah, Tell Wilson, he looked okay when he first joined, but I don't know if it's a confidence thing. He
Mm.
couldn't even take on that Doncaster fullback, could he? He should be running past
Yeah.
him or trying all game, but he got hooked, didn't he? 55 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, he did it once, didn't he, in the first half and set up the goal. But it's almost like he didn't want to do it again. And like you say, when he first come in, that game against Everton, when he first signed, I thought he was superb. I'm like, oh, we've got a real player here. He's a real talent. But he got injured. Didn't really see him again last season. And this season, I don't know. Not confident.
Afternoon, Terrain. How's you doing? Thank you for being
That
here.
way.
So let's run through the scores. Half time, obviously, the result from earlier Man United lost 3-1 to Brentford away. Chelsea are 1 up against Brighton. Palace 1-0 against Liverpool. Leeds 1, Bournemouth 1. Man City 1, Burnley 1. So, look, couple of surprises in there at half time, Nige. I think Palace are a good side, you know. They're
Yeah.
unbeaten in 17, 18 games. They're such a good side under Glasner. I'm not surprised that they're winning that game. And you know, Liverpool, they'll probably come back second half. You know, they love their late goals. I don't think that
Yeah.
game's done and dusted. We're going to have a look at a bit more detail about that game in a minute. Leeds 1-1 against Bournemouth, and Man City 1-1 against Burnley. So that's a bit of a surprise as well. What's your kind of thoughts on those games, Nige, so far?
Yeah, like you say, Palace, decent, decent team over the last couple of years. Thanks, Al. Yeah, I think they're a decent team over the last couple of years. So Liverpool will no doubt have a spell in the second half. And listen, they've won 5 in a row, but they haven't been convincing. Every game they've kind of struggled through. So I expect them to struggle again and struggle through this time. Man City are a funny side for me. Like I said earlier, I don't think there's something not quite right with them this season. Again, I don't think they're going to be in amongst it. I think it's going to be Liverpool and Arsenal. Um, and yeah, but yeah, still a surprising result because you'd expect City to blow Burnley away. And Bournemouth. I think we both went for a draw, didn't we, in that game? So we're halfway right. And yeah, Chelsea at home probably yeah, they're quite strong at home, aren't they? So
Angus, sorry, I didn't see this back and forth between Lee Gunner and Catman last night. Yeah, he's always kind of arguing with everyone, isn't he, Lee Gunner? See quite a lot of stuff.
yeah, it's all
We
getting a
need,
bit silly.
we need to make Wolves pay for recent results. Yeah, we do. We definitely do. We can beat Newcastle 2-1. So, you know, Angus is confident. It's about time Arsenal go down and get a result. They've lost there a couple of times. They need a big performance there. They need to win that game and take advantage
Yeah,
of Liverpool potentially dropping points. And obviously us as well. We want to keep up there as well and win tonight. Keep up
yeah,
that league. So I'm just looking at just some of the bits from the Liverpool Palace game so far. In kind of when you're looking at the match momentum, I mean, Palace being a better side looks like it. And if you go to the stats, of the game. Let's have a look at the stats and chances created. Obviously, Liverpool have had more of the ball, but when it comes to the XG, they've hardly created anything. They've had 5 shots, but their XG is like 0.35, whereas
Yeah,
Palace's XG is 1.44. They've had 10 shots and 4 on target. So
right.
Palace, looking at that, are playing really well. They've had
So,
more touches in the box, 18 to Liverpool's 9. Liverpool keepers had
mm,
to make 3 saves. So looking at that, they thoroughly deserved that lead, I think, so far.
yeah, yeah. I'm surprised by that. Was Isak started? Do you know?
Let's have a
Or
look at their lineup because TK was he's banned, weren't he? Suspended.
oh, is he?
So Liverpool, yeah, they got a strong side, very strong side at Palace. Got that Wirtz playing, Szoboszlai, Salah, Gravenberch, McAllister, Isaac up front, Bradley at right back, Canute, Van Dijk, that Kirkes. Strong team.
It's
Strong
weird though,
team.
isn't it? Because I got to be honest. A few times I've seen Liverpool when Isak started, they don't look as good when Isak starts as when Ekatike did. So I think it's going to take Isak a while to settle in. Um, but yeah, yeah, Palace good side at home. Thought it was quite funny what Scott M said. Palace hit the bar. Never mind, it was a post. But yeah, it looks like they've had some good chances, Palace. So fair play.
Yeah, nah. Let's see what happens. Liverpool got to step it up in that second half, otherwise they could be losing their first game of the season.
Yeah,
Just go into a couple of other little games. Let's talk about Chelsea Brighton. Let's just see who's getting the most of the play with that one. Um, Looks like not been fantastic from either side. Chelsea started the game well. Brighton came back into it a little bit, and the game was kind of a bit dead. And looking at it, Chelsea dominating possession, winning on the XG, 9 shots, 3 on target. Brighton have had 3 shots, none on target. Touched in the box fairly even. Doesn't look like a really amazing game there. Um,
mm,
1-0, Brighton will probably think they could come back in that one. Just looking at the lineups, if there's any kind of surprises in either side. Chelsea have got that Estevao back in the side now.
I'm all right.
Yeah, he's out. Let's see if he's on the
He's out for a
bench.
couple of months in here, I think.
Yeah, he's not on the bench.
Yeah,
Chelsea. What do you think of Chelsea? Let's have a little chat about Chelsea, Nige. What do you think of them this season, mate?
you know what? I think Chelsea are a bit like Spurs. You know, they're a bit workmanlike, aren't they? There's nothing like you don't look at them and think, wow, they play some really good football, but they have got some really good players. I think they're a bit like Tottenham in that sense. You know, Spurs haven't blown anyone away this season with their football, but they're just plodding along, getting results. Um, yeah, Chelsea haven't impressed me overly, but they are grinding out wins. So obviously, apart from last week when they lost at United, but I think they'll be in amongst it this year, Chelsea. But it's going to be interesting to see what they do now if Cole Palmer is out for like 2 or 3 months,
Yeah,
which is
look,
what I've read.
there's some talk that their manager's under pressure.
Mm,
Um, Palmer's not happy. Don't know if you heard about that. That he's
no,
he's not happy of how he's being played in the side. Um, Again, Chelsea spent money, but there's still positions there that they need. Um,
mm,
I think I don't know with them. I really don't know. We'll see how they get on this season. I wouldn't completely rule Spurs, in and around them in the league. I don't think they're amazing. We'll be playing them in the beginning of November, so that would be kind of a gauge how we are against it compared to
yeah,
them. But I
yeah,
think it's a team that we will be looking closely at to see if we can kind of, because obviously last season they finished in the top 4. Um, I don't know, guys in the chat, Chelsea, what you rate them? I think they're a bit hit and miss. Can play well, then play bad. Struggling
mm,
sometimes. But Maresca sticks to his system, doesn't he? Doesn't really change it
yeah. I
much.
think Angus got a good point. He says until Chelsea get a proper centre back and goalkeeper, Chelsea won't do nothing. I think it's similar. I think they need a striker as well. I know they've bought a couple of forwards, but they need that Drogba, that goal scorer, that player who's going to guarantee you 20 Premier League goals a season. I just don't think they got that. So I think they're at least 3 players short.
But with all that money they've got, right? I don't the strikers they've signed, right? what's his name?
Mm.
Pedro from Brighton, and the young
Yeah.
player from Ipswich. What's his name again? Remind me.
Delap.
Belap, yeah.
Mm.
Chelsea should have been going out and buying a top striker, right? Who're going to
Yeah.
get them 20 goals, and their centre backs are nobody that great there. They're okay,
Like,
good, but I just don't know about them. Got some quite a good midfield. I like that new winger they signed. What's his name? Esteva.
yeah, but again, he's young, isn't he? What are we expecting from him? You know,
Big up
it's
to Robert.
Sanchez.
Sorry.
Big
Sanchez,
up.
yeah, he's a bit iffy as well in goal, isn't he? Big up, Robert. Looks like Salah lost his youthful foundation of youth in Elliott. Sorry, no more plasma from Harv, and is finally showing with him. Age is finally showing with him. So I think he's kind
Mm.
of referring to that Salah's not having a very good game against
It's
Palace.
just,
What I heard, what I've been hearing this week, Nige, is that Johnson can be our Salah.
yeah, yeah,
I mean,
yeah. Apparently,
I'm
that's
sorry. I'm sorry, but I
mm,
can't entertain that sort of things like that. I mean, Johnson's not hardly going to start. Yes, he gets goals,
no.
but a prime Salah, he was creating things, taking on players, scoring goals, assisting. I'm
Mm.
sorry, but Johnson's never going to be that player.
No. Oh
Nige.
God, no. No, he's not in the same class, is he? You know,
Yeah,
Salah Salah won games on his own sometimes. A lot like Bell used to do when he was at Spurs. Would literally Spurs would be rubbish, but Bell would just create a bit of magic to win a game. Salah's done that for years for Liverpool. But there is no doubt this season, and listen, he'll probably come up in the second half now and bag a brace and win the game for Liverpool. He's not looked as good so far this season as what he has in other seasons. Whether he's starting to dip, I don't know. But yeah, he's still better than Johnson. Let's just put that out there.
yeah. I find that a very strange assessment of him. Yeah, you can't say things like that, man. Honestly,
No,
maybe
I
they
think
want him to be that player. He's never going to be. He's the goal scorer. He scores goals, getting on. Getting in the box. If he can get in behind a defence with a good ball, yeah, he can score. He can definitely finish. That is his strength. I don't want to completely slag him off, but I mean,
yeah.
crazy comparisons. Let's just go to the chat quickly. Scott saying Palace should be 3 goals up. So look, yeah, that kind of just says, doesn't it? Palace are playing so well, should be well ahead. Liverpool, a lot of people keep talking about Liverpool. They're not playing well, but they're getting results. Is it going to catch up with them, or is it going to be when they click, then they're going to get better? I don't know. Have you seen much of Liverpool this season, Nige?
I've watched some of their games. They've not totally convinced me. They have spells like Liverpool always do. Spells when they can blow teams away. And the trouble is, if they don't, they always let the other team back in. They are conceding goals. So I don't think they're the force that they were. I think it's going to take a bit of time for them to gel. They bought some really good players, but the fact they're winning games and they're not playing great is kind of worrying, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, that's right. They will click at some point. And then obviously
Yeah,
questions around Liverpool centre back cover. If they get a couple of injuries in there, they haven't really got anyone. They wanted to sign Guay in the summer, it's fell through. Maybe that will
yeah,
be a problem for them. But Liverpool are going to kind of outscore many teams, you know, game to
yeah.
game. They're going to win a lot of games. Yes, they're coming across a Palace side today who are in good form, tough side, well set up. I can't say I'm surprised at that result so far. Scott reckons Chelsea are clearly top 4, but don't think they're any more than that at that point. And I think, yeah, that's it at the moment for them. They finished there last season. They'll be looking to finish there again. But are they going to get better? Are they going to kind of go higher than that at this stage? I don't know. I don't think they're great, to be honest. I
Mm.
really don't when I look at them and other teams. But who has been really playing well in the Premier League this season? Nige, this is the thing, isn't it? If you look at the
That's
Premier
it.
League table, um, results wise, Liverpool being, top of the league. Arsenal been okay, haven't they? Get winning the games that they should. I think they, the game against City, they should have been braver with their selection. They really should
Yeah.
have. And then I look who else is up there. City are kind of faltering. Bournemouth have had a good start to the season, and then there's us. We're doing okay. So there's no team out there who you can say are playing so well that you wouldn't want to face. And I know it's early;
No.
it's like 5-6 games in now after today's game. There's nobody there. It's kind of, oh look, they're such a really good side. Newcastle not started the season well. They're sitting down in 14th, only one win this season. You know what I mean? It's been a bit of
Yeah.
a
Yeah, I think every team you look at, you think we could get to them. You know, that every team have got their weaknesses. You know, no team will look absolutely fantastic, but it is early. But yeah, lots of teams out there, lots of teams losing games, lots of teams drawing, nobody really grabbing it by the scruff of the neck and flying. I know Liverpool won 5 out of 5, but for me, like I say, lots of late goals. They don't look that great yet.
yeah.
What do you make of Can I just ask you about Potter? Should we talk about West Ham, because that was I didn't expect Potter to get sacked. Literally, it was just after he did the pre-match interview, wasn't it? Like, was it yesterday he got sacked or this morning?
Yeah, this morning he was sacked. I mean, there's
Mm,
no surprise that he was
no,
sacked. You know, their results haven't been good enough, have they? Lost so many
no.
games, not looking any better. It was coming, wasn't it? There was talk all week that, you know, he was going to move on, and then it was like, who's going to come in? Nuno's got the job right. I think
Yeah,
it's been
yeah, it's
announced.
happened.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so yeah, he will kind of sort them out a bit, you know, defensively, play on the counter attack. They'll be better. Potter, I
yeah.
just don't know. I don't think the players really respected him. I don't think they really played for him. Just don't know what they were doing really.
I think he's done Premier League as a Premier League manager for now. I think he's done. You
Yeah.
know, since Brighton, he's obviously failed at Chelsea. Now he's failed at West Ham. I don't see him getting another Premier League manager's job anytime soon.
No, look, he's Brighton. Chelsea didn't go well. Now West Ham went terrible. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think it could be his time's up. Let's go to the chat. So Ellie's talking about the draw could be kinder. We have payback on this one. Penalties, I think she's saying. Brendan
Say that.
Johnson is a B-Tech Phil Walcott. Phil Walcott, blimey. Newcastle will either get battered over batter than in matches home and away. Newcastle will either get battered over batter than in matches home and away. Have I read that right?
Newcastle, we either get battered or Oh, right. So Newcastle either lose or win. They're in matches home and away. So we either win it comfortably, like we won 4-1, did we the other season, or we get smashed. So
Okay.
yeah,
Nita says Chelsea did finish fourth last season. They were not that great. They just stepped up later on in the season. Very true. Probably my laptop's not charging. What's going on?
not.
It's losing power. One sec, mate.
No
Can you
worries.
access the chat?
Don't think so.
Hold on 1 second.
Oh, yeah, I might be able to. Yeah, I should be able to. Let's get into the chat. Where are you? Okay, we're down now. I'm just going to start here. I think Nita saying all thought is getting the goals first. Johnson. You know what Johnson's done? You know what? I like Johnson. I know people slag him off, and I know he's like a rubbish footballer, but he does get important goals for Tottenham. And for that alone, I think, Johnson's all right. He's all right. Is he a starter? No. But he's okay coming off the bench. I haven't got an issue if we're bringing him off the bench with 10 minutes to go and we need a goal. In that sense, I think Johnson's okay. Otherwise, I think he's just not good enough. But Angus saying if Van Dijk or Konate get injured, Liverpool screwed. Absolutely. Hopefully that happens soon. Because I don't know, it's a difficult one, guys, isn't it? Because we don't want Liverpool to win the league. I don't want Liverpool to win the league. So I don't really like Liverpool that much. But what's the alternative? The alternative is that lot, Arsenal. So yeah, difficult one. I suppose we just have to suffer Liverpool winning the league again this year. Unless Spurs do, of course, which you never know. You never know. What do you think, Dan? Tottenham for the title?
Tottenham for the title? Who said that?
Yeah, me. No, I was just talking about Angus said if Van Dijk or Konate get injured, Liverpool are screwed. And I was like, well, that'd be quite nice, Liverpool to lose some games. But then what's the alternative? The alternative is Arsenal winning the league. So, I guess we'll have to put out with Liverpool winning the league for a little while longer. Yes, unless Spurs do.
Look, we can get into it now, right? Because one of the things I wanted to talk about is Spurs and can they surprise us this season? I don't know. There's some stuff I had a look at. So talking about like how many points you need to be to kind of finish sixth in the top six, yeah.
Yeah.
Let me just get the information up for you guys. So average points needed for sixth place finish is 65. Once you could get it at 60, that was the lowest ever, and then the highest was 76. So on average, 65 points you need to reach to kind of get top six in that top six. So can we do it? Can we get between 62 points and 68 points this season? And to get that, you kind of need like, hold on, need 65 points, need 55 more points. So it's 1.67 points per game. Yeah, that's what you need to get.
Yeah.
So current form, it's 2 points per game right now. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So look, it's hard to know. I mean, we've started okay. Yeah, we've started okay this season. Let's look at the results so far, Nige. Let's see if I've got the results so far. Sure, I have. Just run through them all. So we started, obviously, I'm not including the PSG game, right? So obviously we beat Burnley, beat City, lost to Bournemouth, beat West Ham away, won the Champions League game, and then drew to Brighton, and then we won our cup match against Doncaster. So what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wins. What's that out of 7? Yeah.
Yeah.
The true test for this side is obviously when the games, and they are starting to come thick and fast now, right? We're having 2 games a week, Champions League, Cup match, league games. And then obviously when we do suffer injuries, at the moment, we haven't suffered injuries to the first side. I know we've got some coming back, which they will come in and help us. I just look at the run we've had has been fair. Yeah, it's been quite nice, isn't it? That one we've had.
Yeah.
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 Even the Champions League games, nothing too strenuous, right? Bodo Glimt next week. Yeah. Doncaster in the Cup. When you got a run, there's a run that will be coming up when we'll be playing like 3 good sides in a row.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can tell you that run
November,
is.
I think we've got that.
Yeah, and that they're the sort of periods where it's going to be a hard game, a hard game, a hard game. Yeah, then we've got a fully fit squad. Then you're going to have some injuries. That's the test for us. But I look at the teams around us, and as I said, nobody is really impressing us. Obviously, the usual suspects will be up there. The likes of Liverpool, Chelsea, Arsenal, City will be in and about. You would have thought teams like Newcastle will start kind of getting some form and get up that league. Bournemouth will be in and around that area. But again, with Bournemouth, across the course of the season, injuries may catch up with them and they may drop off like they did last season. Villa have got a lot of catching up to do. I don't know about them. So I don't know where Palace. I think they'll be up there as well. Why not?
Yeah.
3 wins, 3 draws, no defeats. Don't score many goals. Don't concede many goals. But just an organised side. So I think we can get in and around those European places. I do, but which one? I don't know right now. I need to see more of us. I need to see us, have a tough run of games and play some better teams to kind of
Yeah.
more understand this Spurs side. At the moment, it's kind of developing. It's, Frank's trying to work it out. We know we have the issues in our forward line. Defensively, we've been better. Getting that combination right in midfield. Where's our main creative force going to come from? With Savvy probably more centrally. Who's going to be on the left? What about Mawani? Is he going to start? Solanke, is he going to come back? Look, we've got a goal. Leeds are now leading Bournemouth. 2 goals to 1. Did you see that, Nige? Let me update that one.
Yep, Sean Longstaff has scored. We've also had a sending off in the Chelsea game. Chelsea down to 10 men.
2 Chelsea are again 2 games running.
Yeah,
Who's
Chelsea
been sent
down to
off?
10 men.
Cool.
I've lost it. Their centre back's been sent off.
Wow.
Chalobah, I think.
Wow.
So yeah, game's on.
Well, hopefully Brighton can get back in that now, and that's good. Mm-hmm. So we got a goal, Leeds leading, and a man sent off for Brighton.
Chelsea, yeah, at Brighton.
Sorry, yeah, Chelsea. Red card. Let me see if I can put that on there. Red card.
Getting back to Spurs.
Sorry, mate.
Earlier,
what do you think?
About finishing top 6. And you said about how many points we need, like 63, 64 maybe. Effectively, that's 20 wins. 20 wins out of 38. If we can get 20 wins, 4 or 5 draws, it means we can afford to lose 13 games. I think that's more than doable. I think we should be looking at getting in and around 60 to 65 points. And hopefully if we do that, that will get us a top 6 finish. As a fan, I want us to finish higher, obviously. But for me, all about getting back into Europe this season, whether that be Champions League or Europa League. So yeah, let's start off. What do you think, mate? Do you think we can get 20 wins out of 38?
Let me give you some statistics. I had it earlier. Can we get what? 20 wins, did you say?
Yeah, 20 wins gives us 60 points, isn't it?
Yeah, you can afford to lose 12 games and still get top 6,
Yeah.
Yeah. As long as you get more wins and less draws.
Yeah.
Why not? Right? We should be aiming for that, I think. We can clearly see this team is a lot better than it was last season. This squad is probably top 6 squad. Yeah, maybe 7, top 6, top 7. Better coach side, better organised. We should be in that. Can we finish any higher than that? I don't know right now. Yeah. I think there's a lot of work to do. I think that we need players if you want to go to that next level. Can we qualify for the Champions League 5th place? It really depends on Chelsea. It really depends on Newcastle. Teams like Palace might be consistent throughout the season. I don't know, Nige. It's really early to know. But I think when I made my prediction before the season started, once I saw the transfer window, I was thinking, if we finished 6th, 7th or 8th, that'd have been a good season, being 17th. But, my kind of predictions are a little bit higher than that at this stage. But again, we haven't really had a tough run where it's all the games are coming thick and fast and we get injuries. So I'm very cautious.
No.
But can we do it? Yes, why not? Why can't we finish in that top 6, push for 5th? But depends the other competitions in the Champions League, in the cup, competitions. We could be out of the Carabao Cup, then that one's done. And then you just focus on the league and the Champions League, which should help your league form, right? There's a possibility we could get knocked out by Newcastle. Yeah, they'll be favourites.
Yeah, absolutely. And it does, again, it doesn't, like you just said, doesn't all depend on Tottenham. It depends on other teams as well. Who's to say that teams like Chelsea have a shocker, fall off a cliff? Other teams that we expect to be in and around it have a bad season. Palace, who we don't expect to be anywhere near it, suddenly are right up in there. We just don't know. Oh dear. But no, you know what? For me, I'm gonna err onto more the positive side and just look one game at a time and not try and think too much about a bad run that we might get. I think let's just win the games we got, and I think it's been said, I think Chris said it on your channel last week or the week before, that we have actually got a really good run up until October time, where we could be in amongst that top 3 or 4 with the fixtures we got, and we should be, because we should be winning. We should be beating Wolves at home. We should be beating Leeds away next week. We should be beating Villa at home afterwards, because Villa started terribly to the Premier League. Suddenly we get 3 wins out of our next 3, and suddenly here I am saying take one game at a time, and I'm looking 3 games in front. Who knows where we could be? And suddenly we get a run of 3 games that are difficult, and maybe if we do lose 2 of them, we don't fall off too much. I just think let's just keep winning and see where it takes us.
Yeah, look, Wolves today, I expect to win, man. I'm sorry. If we drop points in that game, that's not good enough for me. We should be winning that game. Leeds away, we should be winning. Yeah, we should be winning. Yeah. Then we got Villa at home game. Should be winning that. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Villa are not on it at the moment. Then we have Everton away, which tricky game because Everton are doing okay. Yeah, no, it's not a given. Yeah, that's going to trick. They beat us last season. And then it's Chelsea home again. I'll be expecting Spurs to beat Chelsea at home, right? Yeah, I'm sorry, I will be. Being the home side, if it was away, maybe I wouldn't expect it. But being at home against Chelsea, the way we're playing, where they're playing, don't think they're great. I'm not saying we're great, but why can't we win that? And then you look ahead of that, you've got Man United at home again. We should be winning. So there's a lot of wins there, Nige. I get what you're saying. Yeah, there's a lot of wins there. If we win most of those games, we'll be up there. We'll be up there.
It is if though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Ifs and buts.
Yeah, but why not? You've got to aim to do it. You've got to aim. Why we haven't got serious injuries. Well, the team's playing okay and should be getting better. Really, Frank. They should be getting more used to his system. Players like Xavi getting more used to the team. Kudos. He's got to give us more output. He's great on the ball. Kudos. We want to see him create more and score. I want to see another striker in the side though, because I just don't want to. Richarlison. I mean, he scored 3 goals this season, hasn't he? In the league, I think it's 3 goals, 1 assist.
I think so. Yeah, but yeah, you're right. We're not going to really challenge in that top 4. We might get 5th, but in that top 4, with the likes of Richarlison and Solanke as our front 2, really isn't going to take us to that next level, is it? So you're right. For me, we definitely need a striker. There's been a goal. Man City lead 2-1. Just waiting for the goal scorer to come in.
Cheers, Nige. It's
Man City. It is Nunez. Nunez scored for City.
Nunez, the guy from Wolves, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I think you expect that some of the teams like Arsenal, Liverpool, City, they'll be winning as well. Chelsea, they'll all be winning as well. So we've got to kind of match their results as best as we can. But what will happen is that the better sides will pull away from us. We haven't got a top forward right now. Mawani, I don't know. Maybe he can be, but it's unknown, right? And that left side is a massive issue. Continue to struggle to create chances on that left, and it's always relied on Kudos. Xavi, we hope, will grow into the side, and give us something. He's got to adjust. We've got to see more of him. So it's a lot of unknowns, but structurally, the defense, the midfield looks okay. Yeah, looks like that's going to win us games and get us through difficult moments. It's just we need more out of that forward line. Yeah, something. I just don't think we're that. Just don't have it right now. If I look at like City with Haaland and Liverpool with all their attacking firepower, and I have to say Arsenal with their, some of their firepower, they've got goals.
Yeah,
Like Eze and got goals in there. Saka. We haven't got our forward line right now compared to some of the top sides. It's nowhere near as good. So that's why I can't say we're going to finish any higher, like you said, Nige, in that top four right now. We need
No,
to sign a top striker, and we need to sign a top left winger.
I agree, and we need our talented players to start getting goals. Kudus needs to start scoring. As much as he's done okay, he's done all right on the right. I think he's got 3 or 4 assists. So he's doing his bit, but we need goals from him as well. Same as Xavi, we need him to start finding the net. But yeah, you're absolutely right. We are missing. Should I say his name? We are missing a Harry Kane.
He's not coming back.
For
He
me,
said today, I think he said.
did he say? I
Hmm?
don't know. For me, he's the best player in the world. Um, all round at what he does, I think he's the best player in the world.
I'm not getting hung up on Harry Kane coming back. I'm sorry. Of course, it'll be great to have him back, but why would he leave? He's going to be winning things but he said that today anyway. He's happy there.
Mm,
He's got 2 years left in his contract. He's breaking
yeah.
records left, right, and centre. He's going to
Oh
win
God, yeah.
another title there, probably. They're in the
Mm,
Champions League. Got a better chance than us than winning the Champions League. The cup competitions. It just doesn't make sense for him to come back. Anyway, we need to look for somebody else, another talented striker
we do.
out there who
Yeah,
can come
but
in.
that's
Sell Richarlison,
what we need,
sell.
though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yes. Sorry, Nige. Yeah, you're right. It is what we need. Scott says we've had an insanely easy start. I think we're right, mate. We have. Angus says Savio is staying at City. There was talk about signing a new contract, right?
yeah,
Scott reckons issue is with how poor our players can lose to anyone. We do have some poor players. We do. Lord Rodney Trotter, Palace will be. I think they will be up there. They're very consistent, aren't they? I think Palace
yeah.
invested a bit into that side with top players. They could do even so much better. And I think the problem is with Palace, unless the chairman shows that ambition, Glasner will go. He'll end up at a bigger
Oh yeah.
club with a
Mm,
much more bigger budget and chance to win big titles. And you just still, unless that really, they pull out some good signings, Palace, like on the cheap, but they're not spending big money, are they? And how can they really push on without spending? But they're doing excellent. I can't really fault them at all. Fantastic. What's it? 18 unbeaten, man. That's crazy. Winning. They're still winning right now. Yeah, 1-0.
they are, yeah.
Nita says, I would like us to do well in the Champions League. And the thing is with the Champions
Be
League,
nice.
we would like to do well. And I think we should. I mean, the performance in the Champions League has got to be better because I think Villarreal wasn't good enough. Yeah. So we've got to upraise that performance level in the Champions League. I hope we'll grow into it. But once you get to those knockouts rounds, it's just a lottery. You're going to come across better sides than us, but why not? Just see. You never know. But realistically, we're not going to, quarterfinals most probably, I think, Nige. We
Yeah.
might fluke it to a semi, but we're just not got that top quality compared to some massive sides in Europe,
Mm, yeah, no, I agree. I agree. If we get out of this league stage and get into the knockouts, for me that would be a good season for Spurs in the Champions League. Oh, it's 3-1 City.
3-1 City.
3-1 City, another own goal from the same player who scored the first own goal. So he's on for a
Jesus.
hat trick.
Let me amend that, Nige.
Oh, there's a quiz question for you.
What's that?
That Esteve gets a hat trick of own goals for Man City. I don't think I've ever seen that player
No,
scoring a hat trick of own goals.
I don't think it's happened.
Hmm, shocker.
Okay, let's go back to the chat, see what people are saying. Premiership is hard to win.
Yeah,
Well, for
it
us it
is.
is, yeah. What do you think of this whole takeover stuff, Nige? We ain't spoke about it.
Oh well, it's rubbish, isn't it? Apparently, Spurs have unequivocally rejected any claims that they're selling the club. So It's like I heard on a show the other night. It could be a good thing, if Enoch are that determined to keep hold of the club and put the money into the club, then let's see. They promised us they're going to spend big, aren't they? So let's see what happens.
Was it
But
1
it doesn't
million,
look like
1.2, 1.2 million transfer kitty in January? I mean, come on. Come on.
yeah, is yeah, this guy who was part of the takeover as well. He looks an absolute Fruit Loop, doesn't he? Don't know if you've seen the pictures of him, but yeah, he doesn't look like the architectural billionaire. But then, what does one look like? I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. Quickly, we need to sell, to be honest, if we really do want to push on. I don't believe the Lewis family are going to invest enough for us to
No.
really challenge. Well, time will tell. Hopefully I'm wrong, but if you want
Yeah,
to challenge, you've got to spend money on big players. You've got to increase the wage structure, and it's a lot to do. Lots for them to prove to me that they are serious and there is ambition there. Yes, you can do better in the transfer market, of course, but you've got to go out and sign the best players and prove that first team. And I don't know if the Lewis family are going to spend that amount of money to be able to do that. Look at Liverpool's spending in the summer.
crazy, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Four
not
hundred
just them,
million.
other teams. Yeah,
Mm.
loads.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's what we need to do. Like I say, Enoch now, Lewis family have, they've said that they're going to spend. So let's see what they do.
Yeah,
I don't believe it personally, but we'll see.
no. Until we see it, we just don't know.
Mm.
Mark Taylor, massive upgrade on Richarlison and Solanke, even if he's given half effort. I think he's talking about Mawani. Going for Lutman in January.
Possibly.
Our forwards are crap. They're just not
Mm.
top level, are they? Let's be real here.
No.
Let's have a look. Tell is a disgrace. Yeah, he's just, I don't understand that signing at all. Best of loaning him. He should have gone to another club, Tell, where he was going to actually play, try and develop his game.
Yeah,
Spurs was the wrong move.
yeah.
He's just not going to
Mhm.
start, is he? He's not going to play enough games, really, unless we get real severe injuries. And then I just don't know what sort of player Tell is, to be honest.
It's
And
a weird
Bayern
one,
let him
isn't it?
go. Bayern let him go. He can't have been that great, right? To lose, if he was that great, they wouldn't have sold him.
No, true, but at the same time, to play for Bayern at all, you've got to be half decent. So it's one of them, isn't it? I think again, could be one that we let go, and in 4 years' time, we could be like, God, he played for Spurs. Remember when he played for Spurs? He was rubbish. Look at him now. But it is what it is. Now he's rubbish. So
Yeah, it's sad to see, isn't it? Sad to
uh,
see a player can't even shoot a goal on target.
no,
His confidence must be on the floor. But then he goes away with the French under 21s or whatever, and then he scores
score
because there's
some
no
furloughs.
pressure. There's no pressure,
Mm,
is there?
yeah,
Playing with the kids.
no, exactly.
Scott reckons we're out of the Champions League once the knockout stage starts. We've got such an easy draw, we'll make the knockouts, but once we'll face a real team, and that is the worry, isn't it? When you do face a real team, that could be the end
Mm,
of the days for us. Hope not. Hope we get better throughout the season, but I just don't think we have the top quality in the
no,
forward areas. Didn't Jamie Carragher do it? How's that? Like a free hat trick? I don't
I'm
know.
gonna
Look it
look
up.
it up now.
Look it up. Look it up.
Ever scored?
Palace just wasted a 2-0. Laugh out loud. So Palace had another good opportunity. It sounds like. So bad from Sarr. He looked like our Sarr with that shit pass. Oh, Sarr. What are your score predictions for a game tomorrow versus Newcastle? Or I'll wait for Nige for that one once he's done his research.
I've done my research. No one's ever scored a hat trick of own goals. The only person to ever score a hat trick of own goals is somebody called Michaela Moore, New Zealand. Scored a hat trick of own goals in 2022 in her match against the United States. So, yeah, women's game, international, New Zealand, USA, but not Premier League.
So do you reckon, Nige, about The Newcastle game
Oh,
tomorrow,
oh,
Arsenal.
you know what? I think Newcastle win. Um, I I got to be honest, Angus. I am so disappointed with Arsenal this season. I know they're winning games, but that game against City, as far as I'm concerned, I don't know how you feel, Dan. Arsenal gone out and they bought the players that they needed to challenge. They've got the
Yeah,
Gokeres, they got the Eze. Go and win the bloody league. You know, they got Zubamendi, great players. Go and win the league. And they play so defensively against Man City. They try not to lose. Go and win the game. You know, Man City are they're not that great this season. I mean, Spurs have already beaten them. So yeah, weird. I just think Arteta is not the man. He's not brave enough. In those big games, he'd rather not lose and try and win. So for that sense, I think Newcastle beat him because I think he'd go there negative again.
look, I agree. I mean, Arteta did change it at half time, didn't he? Against City, he did bring on
Mm,
Saka and he brought in Eze, right? Because he saw it wasn't working. Yeah, they do need to be braver in that game. I do think Arsenal will win a lot of games this season, and I think they'll be up there. I'm not saying they'll win it. I don't know. I don't know if they've got the mentality, but they have to. They've got to try and win it. They've spent so much money now. What's it? Arteta's sixth season there. If they don't win it, they're best off letting him go and getting in a manager who can win it. You know, a manager who can come in, a proven a title winner to take that side to the next step. Last chance
mm,
saloon. They've spent so much money, man. There's no
yeah,
excuses. Now, yes, Liverpool are good and they spent a lot of money, but you know, as a lot of people talked about Liverpool's defence. You know, they get an injury or two, could be in trouble there. I think Arsenal will be up there tomorrow against Newcastle. I just think let's see what Arteta does. You know, is he going to go there defensive, sit back? You know, he likes to do that against the bigger sides. Will he go there
yeah,
and be a bit braver against Newcastle tomorrow? Will he actually put their Arsenal game on Newcastle and say, look, you know, we've got this attacking talent. We are going to have a go rather than sit back and play it more safe and look for set pieces, long throws and corners. You know,
agreed.
he probably will go more defensive. You know, he likes that three kind of central defensive midfielders in there, doesn't he? And then
Mm,
what's going to happen is Newcastle will then have the initiative to attack Arsenal. You know, they're going to be well up for it. They love playing Arsenal, Newcastle. They'll be playing with
they do.
aggression. They will be
Mm,
attacking Arsenal. And if Arsenal, I don't know. I'm interested to see, but you know, it's a tough one. I think it might be a draw. This one. You know, I think Arsenal
okay,
got a good defence. Newcastle
mm,
are not in amazing form, but are better at home. I think it may be a draw, quite
yeah,
close.
no,
Could it go? It could go
I
either
agree.
way, but it really depends in Arteta how he's going to approach it. Is he going to, you know, attack Newcastle? You're probably best off. What have you got to lose? What's the point? You know, getting a point or getting
Exactly.
3 points. What's more? What's better? If you're getting the 3 points, go in there, have a go. If you lose the
You
game that way,
players,
at least you tried. You know,
exactly. You
now
got the
what?
players there to win it. You got the players to win it. I get it if they
Do
didn't have the players to win, but they have. So go and try and win the game. And as Angus said, Brighton have equalised. It's 1-1.
great. That's great. That is good for
Pretty well
us
bet.
because
Yeah.
we want to get above Chelsea, don't we, and move ahead of them in the league. Let me change that. Scott's going
Yes.
4-0 Newcastle. He's not giving Arsenal any hope at all.
That'd do. I'd be happy with that. But yeah, I'm a bit concerned actually with all these results going in today. It's opening up for Tottenham to win, so you know what's going to happen, don't you? But I won't say it.
What what do you
And usually when it opens
Nige?
up for us to win, we lose. So let's hope that doesn't happen.
Let's go to the chat. See what people are saying. Angus saying it's all on the manager. Nige saying how many teams have won the Premier League since '91? There's not been that many. Not even 10, right, Nige? I think
Oh God, probably not. You're looking at City, Liverpool, Arsenal, Man United, Chelsea,
Leicester,
Leicester,
Blackburn,
Blackburn.
Liverpool.
I think that's. think that's it, isn't it? 7.
7, yeah.
Can't think of anyone else. Yeah.
So Angus wants Enrique or Areola. We win the lot. Areola.
Yeah, I definitely think Arteta's holding Arsenal back big time.
Yeah, he's so annoying, isn't he, that guy?
Oh, I
So
hate him.
annoying. What's he going on about? Look what we did to Manchester City. You didn't win the game. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Exactly.
you won the
Exactly.
game. You can talk. Talk like that. Show off a bit.
Yeah.
Didn't beat them at
Yeah.
home. We went to Man City and outplayed them and won the game well.
Mm.
Not the way
Yeah,
kind of outplayed in game. I mean, the kind of the way we set up the tactics, we got it spot on, didn't we? Pressed, we sat
absolutely.
back. It was a bit
Yeah.
of a mix. It was a really good performance from us. Um, it just annoys me when Arteta's talking like that. He's just talking rubbish.
Mm. Yeah, agreed.
Nita, I feel sick. Can't hear. Yeah. Problem with our audio.
I don't think so.
1-1. Maybe it's a joke and I misunderstood it. Angus, 2-1 Arsenal. I think Gilchrist will score. And Gilchrist has got to step up again. He's got to score a goal against a decent team. At the moment, he's just scoring against the easy sides. You know, he's got to step up in a game which matters and it's against a decent opposition. The jury's out for
Trap
me
bully,
for
isn't
him. Yeah, I think so.
he?
COYS, 5. Yeah, talking about a number of Premiership sides. I went down to the training session an hour away from where I live and told, win or piss off. 6. He doesn't get the service. What do you expect? Well, maybe. He doesn't get the service.
No, yeah, maybe they don't play to his strengths. You know, what is his strengths, Angus? Because I'm not going to confess to knowing too much about him. I don't know is he good at crosses? Is he good in the air? Is he better at just being fed in? Is he a player that runs in behind? I haven't seen enough of Gokares to know.
Yeah, let's stop talking about Arsenal now. I don't know. Why did we start talking about now? Oh, yeah, about the results. Angus's fault. And
Yeah, it's
Angus's fault, wasn't it?
Angus
Yeah.
Ford. He takes
Yeah.
over the chat, then he comes in, takes over, and
Arteta is the only weakness Arsenal have. Yeah.
yeah,
Plays on the shoulder of the last defender. The problem is a lot of teams face Arsenal. They do kind of sit back, don't they? So there's not a lot of space. So you've got to have that,
trouble.
you've got to have something about you. Hold off a defender,
Yeah,
turn the ball in the box, have a go, have a shot. Arsenal needs to get crosses in the box. You know, I don't know. So where were we? What were we talking about, Nigel? Kind of lost. We're kind of. Oh yeah,
let's
you think we could win the Premier League? You said, didn't you?
well, I said if not Liverpool, then why not? No, honestly. Let's talk about Polina. Do you think
Yeah.
that he's our best signing in years? Because I think he is. I think he's the best signing we've made in a long time. And I know it's early, so that could change. But currently, the start of the season, I think he's been immaculate.
I mean, it's too early to say he is our best signing in years. Possibly could be. I mean, it's a player that we need in there. We needed for quite some time. You know, that defensive shield of the defense, that experience, tough tackler. You know, you love it. Yeah. But he could work out. We see it throughout the season. He did have one poor game against Bournemouth. I don't think you're going to need him in every game. I think there's certain games you can do without him, so he's not going to get burnt out. I think in the big games, especially away from home, you need that in there. Yeah, you need that kind of experience, that tackler.
Do you think he plays today?
I mean, Frank was talking him up a lot, so he probably play him. But I don't think you need to play Bentancur and him there in a game like this against Wolves. I think you need more creativity in that
No.
midfield. You need to
Yeah.
you need to get that ball forward. You need to progress it through the midfield to that attack. I don't think you need Bentancur and Paulinho. Who would you prefer to start, Nige?
I don't know. My only concern is obviously he played Tuesday night, Wednesday night, whenever we played in the cup. If he plays today, then we got Tuesday night, we're in Norway. And then the following weekend we're at Leeds. It's like, when are we going to rest him? Because we really need him for the Bodo Glimt game, I think. I'd rather he played in the Champions League. I think we could afford to maybe leave him on the bench today, and play Bentancur in that position. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I like to see him play every game, but like you say, he's not going to play every game because of his age, and because there are a lot of games he probably will get rested some games, but I just don't know which ones.
Hmm. Yeah. So just going back to your question, it could be one of the best signings in years. We just can't say now. We've got to see it throughout the season. He's doing well. He played centre back the other day, didn't he? He looked all right, but he is against Doncaster.
Yeah.
I don't know, Nige, that midfield. We need to. I don't know who the best combination of midfielders yet, because Frank switches it round quite a bit.
No.
What would be your ideal midfield for this team, Nige? Spurs midfield.
Well,
If you could try to
if we're
choose
playing
week to week.
if we're playing best midfield, for me, Polinia starts every game. If we're talking about we're going to play our best midfield, Polinia is always going to be in that number 6. And then for me, it's a difficult one. Xavi in the 10, and then doesn't really matter who else, because I think they're all much of a muchness. I do like Bentancur. So Bentancur, Bergvall, or Sarr, either one of those 3. But for me, definitely Polinia, and then Polinia 6, Xavi is a 10, and then whoever is the 8. Personally, I'd like to go out and buy someone in the summer. I would have liked Morgan Gibbs White, would have been perfect for me as the 8. But yeah, I don't know. I'll give you 2 out of 3. The other one don't really matter because they're all much of a muchness.
Yeah, I don't
I don't
know,
know what you
man.
think.
I don't know. I think that we need someone better in that midfield. Alongside Paulinho or alongside
Yeah,
Bentancur, someone like a Wharton, somebody a bit of a ball playing midfielder.
yeah,
I think we do. Again, if we want to really push on and become a really top side, we need a midfielder in there to kind of dictate games, spread the play, good on the ball. Yeah, I think Bentancur's okay, but I think we can do better than him. Paulina's fine for what he does. Then Xavi, playing in the number 10 role, I want to see. But, Frank's been setting it up with like this 4-3-3. So it's like 2 8s,
mm,
so he doesn't play with a number
yeah.
10. He doesn't play like 4-2-3-1, does he?
No,
So I don't know. I hope Frank goes to that. We'll see what lineup he does today against Wolves. But look, at the moment, it's a kind of a mix, isn't it? Because there's not some standout clear player.
no,
Bergvall, Sarr, they offer different sort of things, don't they, to that midfield? If you want a runner, play Sarr. You want something a bit
yeah,
more creative, play Bergvall. You want to be a bit more secure, you go with Paulinho Bentancur, don't you?
yeah.
So that just shows you that we probably need better, really, in there. Amongst those, some of them.
Yeah, no,
Um,
I agree.
Just want to talk. I'm going to go to Robert comment in a minute, but just looking at
Okay.
the Liverpool Palace game, Liverpool are really pushing. It looks like, I don't know if Scott's in the chat still, if that's what it looks like, but it looks like Liverpool are still pushing. They're looking like they're being a better side this half. Possession 72%. They've had 17 shots, only 3 on target. So it looks like they're pushing for an equaliser. Not long left of that game now. It's 80 minutes. Are Palace going to hold out, Nige?
Um, Knowing Liverpool, no. Liverpool probably get a late goal. Hopefully, I don't see Liverpool winning the game, but I think they might get a 1-1.
Let's go to Robert's comment. Robert, well, on my initial call was spot on. Harrington was sent by Lewis Clan to sound out Levy and his action towards Lewis Clan, leading to Levy physically escorted out. This made me laugh, man. What is it, like
Did this
a
happen?
van to get rid of his stuff? It's interesting, Nige. Why are they putting that out in the press that they did this to Levy? What is this about?
Don't know. I find it all quite strange. I've not really heard too much about it, to be honest. So Levy was escorted from the building. Basically, he was chucked out and he's been banned. I've heard he's been banned from Tottenham now. I don't know whether that was true or not. Um, I don't know.
They wouldn't even let him go in the ground to get his stuff. A van pulled up. And this was reported from The Athletic. So it's obviously
What's that? It
there's
must be
truth
true.
in it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not just made up, you know. Robert says, but it only shows Lewis clan are money hungry and doesn't want to share any more of the pie with the help. And this is regarding the the bid or the
Yeah.
potential interest. Weeks later,
It's a
Athletic
strange one.
puts this out. It is interesting. It's like
Something's going on.
something's happened in it. Like something's
Yeah.
happened with Levy. There was reports that Levy was trying to sell the club, and then Lewis family didn't want them to sell it. I don't know. Maybe we'll find out one day.
Oh, let's hope it doesn't. Yeah, let's hope it doesn't get nasty and we end up, at a war between the bloody whatever, and we can't, Enoch then stops spending money, or the Lewis family stop putting money into the club because I don't know. I don't know. It's just it all feels a bit messy at the moment, which is never good.
Driving kids around, so not watching the game anymore. Yeah, it looks like Liverpool are pushing, but still no equaliser for them. So let's just get an update on the score so far of the Premier League games. Chelsea 1-1 Brighton. Chelsea had a man sent off, Chalobah, in the second half. Palace leading Liverpool 1-0. Leeds are now beating Bournemouth. That's a good result for them, you know. Bournemouth are a good side. 2-1. Maybe the game against them next week won't be as easy as we think. Manchester City are winning against Burnley 3-1. And the Premiership table, we'll do that at the end. We'll save that once the results have 100% gone through, because it could change.
Yeah.
It's just going a bit back over the Wolves game. Did you hear what their manager said? Pereira, Nige.
He said they're going to try and win the game, didn't he? Said they're going to win it, going out to win it, and not, didn't really hear too much, just that bit.
He said, so he says, obviously acknowledged that Spurs are a strong team with quality in every line. He says that he has a selection headache because, most of his players are fit. He's concerned about Wolves' poor start to the season and implied the team must improve both defensively and in attack to get results. He said, to show the level of the players we have, we just need a result, a win, and everything can change. So look, he obviously lost some players, didn't he? Wolves, he did well. That manager coming in last season dragged them out of the relegation zone. Who's that goal? We got a goal. Who is it?
And 2-1 up.
There you go, eh? Which should be, when you're playing a team with 10 men, you should be winning it. And Brighton got some dangerous players, but Chelsea are not going to be happy. Their fans are going to be pissed. Yeah.
Yeah. Just making sure it's being given. I think it is. Yeah, I think so. But yeah, they won't be happy. What a shame. What a shame.
Fair play to Brighton, eh?
Come on, get it. Oh, another goal.
Another goal.
Leeds 2, Bournemouth 2.
Well, Bournemouth come back.
Yeah.
I did say a draw on that one.
You did.
It's going in and move some results. So. Okay.
I think that might put Bournemouth ahead of us now in the league.
What, that draw?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll check it. We'll check it at the end. Once all the results are in, it's not long left now. It must be going into injury times. Let's go to the chat. See what people are saying in the chat. Exactly, drama distract from what matters of football. Very true, Robert.
Yeah, hang on.
Angus saying 2-1. He's laughing at Chelsea. Yeah, pressure on Maresca, eh? 2 men sent off in 2 games going. Got a discipline problem there?
No. Not good, is it?
Scott says Lewis using Levy as a PR shield to put all the blame on him when nothing has improved in any way. Yeah, fair point, Scott. I've got to say, yeah, I'm not completely fooled by this Levy going. It's Enoch as well. You know, suddenly they want something more out of Spurs. You know,
Yeah.
we will see. City got another goal, 4-1. Haaland getting another goal.
Yeah, 4-1.
Let's go in and change that. Hopefully you lose tonight and it'll be a perfect day. Better not lose. I'm not going to be happy if we can't beat Wolves. So I'm sorry, Nige, but I'm expecting a good performance, creating chances and scoring goals. I'm not having this drop points to Wolves. I'm sorry, I'm not.
Can't afford to. No, can't afford to. Need to start turning it on now at home.
Nita says, hope Cundy puts a zip on today. So yeah.
Do
you ever watch that, Nige? That old bloody Jason Cundy and Jamie O'Hara? Do you see it?
Yeah, sometimes, yeah. Yeah. It is quite funny. I know it's all clickbait in it. It's all to get people ringing in, but it is quite funny.
And Angus says, if we don't beat them, questions need to be asked. Yeah, they do. Bloody hell. We slipped up again. Oh, what's this? Michael Dawson shouting at something?
Oh, it's okay. Man City are now 5-1 up. Haaland's got another one, and Liverpool equalised.
Well, I said a draw, so I'm getting my prediction well right on that one. What did you say, Nige? I remember now.
I think I said Liverpool. I think I said Liverpool would win 2-1.
A lot of people predicted a draw for this game. Liverpool, Palace, both undefeated teams.
There is VAR in the Liverpool game, so
is it? Oh, it's not fully.
It's not definitely been given yet.
Okay, let me take it off for now.
Oh, saying it's tight.
What is it? Offside?
I think it must be. I read Dawson's lips and he said it's tight. So yeah, don't know.
Chiesa, 87 minutes.
Yeah, Chiesa's got it if it stands.
Still waiting.
Come on then. Yeah, still waiting. Oh, the excitement.
The ref's talking here.
Yeah, it's been given, I think.
Has it?
Yeah. Yeah. It's been
handball.
Given. Yeah,
Has it?
Yeah, they haven't 100%? Changed the score. It says 1-1, so I think it's been given.
Oh. Afternoon, Barry. Guys, the only fault with us is that we have no forwards line, apart from Kudos, with any magic. Yeah, I think our forward line is bang average. I think we can do a lot better. 100%. Kudos. Obviously, Xavi's going to help that forward line. Don't know about Moana yet. We'll have to see. Hopefully he can give us something. So that goal has been given, right? So we can change it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's 1-1. Sadly.
Okay, let's change it. So, look, Liverpool, looking at the play, I talked about it a bit earlier. Well, Liverpool were putting a lot of pressure on Palace to come back. It's not a surprise that they finally got that equaliser. Both teams looking like they're undefeated. Some whistles are being blown now, I think, some full times. Looks like Bournemouth Leeds ends in 2-2.
Yeah.
See more results are coming in. Let's have a look. So they reckon it's an error. So it's something to do with the Liverpool goal. Horrible error from Chris Richards. Palace defence have been superb today, but misjudges that. Chiesa feeds the ball past Henderson. He had no chance of stopping that. So there's no conclusive evidence that Mo Salah handled the ball as he jumped to attempt a header. So the goal is given.
I bet you we watch it once and we notice it's a handball. bet you any money I see it once and it'd be like, that's a handball. Guaranteed. Liverpool's so jammy.
Full time, Man City 5, Burnley 1. So that half time 1-1.
Yeah.
Yeah, the result came through.
Yeah.
City
And
scoring some goals. Let me
that's what
tell you the
Haaland can
goal
do, isn't it?
scorers. Haaland scored again.
Haaland does nothing for 90 minutes and pops up with 2.
2 late goals.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you had 2 own goals, 2 Haaland goals, and a Nunes goal. And Burnley with Anthony scoring for them. Full time with Leeds, Bournemouth 2-2. Roden and Longscarf for Leeds, who are actually winning that game. And then Semedo and Krupi, sorry if I pronounced that wrong, 2-2. A late injury time goal to give Bournemouth a point. And Bournemouth showing that they're a tough side to beat, aren't they? They really are.
Yeah, definitely.
Any other full times coming in yet? Let's have a look.
I think that's pretty much it on that. Oh, Brighton have scored again. Do we know that?
Okay. Brighton scored again.
Chelsea won Brighton 3.
Danny Welbeck scores his second of the game.
Oh, is it? Oh,
Danny
yeah, it is.
Welbeck.
Yeah, Danny Welbeck. Yeah, with 2.
10 minutes of injury time in that one. Bad day for Chelsea, eh? 2
Great
defeats
day
in
for
a row
Chelsea.
now. Yes.
Love
Gonna
it.
love
Love
to
it.
watch all the fallout with the Chelsea fans. Are they going to be calling for Maresca's head? Hey, we'll see.
But you know what? As great as this is to see, and it is lovely, it will mean nothing if Spurs don't win tonight. We have to follow it up now and win the game.
Mate,
This could be an amazing weekend with Chelsea losing, United losing, and tomorrow Arsenal losing if Spurs win.
listen, we got to win the man. No excuses for me. Yeah,
Yeah.
Wolves at home. We've got to do it. And I see there's another game about to start as well in half an hour. Nottingham Forest versus Sunderland.
Well, that'd be a good one to watch.
Ange looking for his first win. Two
Yeah.
draws the last 2 games, 2 defeats. Sunderland, good at home. Not too sure their record away. But yeah, surely Ange has to win this game.
You would think so, wouldn't you? I would think that, yeah. I quite fancy Forest to win. And a lot of their fans watch it here, and a lot of their fans they're quite enjoying the Ange ball at the moment, aren't they?
Yeah.
Quite enjoying the attacking football that they're getting. But again, they've been starved of attacking football, haven't they? Because all they've had is counter-attacking football for years. So they will enjoy it for a little while until they start realising, actually, God, we're conceding a lot of goals. And then it won't be so fun.
Oh, dear. So, are these games finished yet? Are they all come in the full times yet?
So all of them apart from the Liverpool game.
Liverpool still playing.
Yeah.
Maresca has been given too much grace after winning a minor trophy. He doesn't make us better when it matters during a game. Chelsea fans not happy. Some people in disbelief that Chiesa goal was allowed. It's staggering. It's so clearly handball. Refs on Liverpool's side.
Yeah.
Burnley letting in their usual 5 goals against City. And the story of the game with Chelsea, Chalobah got his red. Brighton seized the opportunity, lays siege on the Chelsea goal, never looked back. Chelsea, without obvious leaders, looks spineless and vulnerable. Yeah, well, the days of the John Terrys are finished with Chelsea, having those. Think of all those experienced top players that used to have. Those days are over.
Yeah.
And I think that's it now with Chelsea and Brighton. A couple of games are still playing. Yeah, once those results are finalised, we'll just read them out, go over the league table, final thoughts on the game, Wolves game, Nige, and then we'll shut up for this afternoon show. You enjoyed it, mate? Enjoyed this little kind of...
Nice and relaxing. Just chilled out in the chair watching Sky while we're talking.
Yeah, good fun. Big up to everyone in the chat. Thank you for watching. Smash the like button and all of that. Sub if you haven't. Just waiting for those results to be 100% confirmed. Let's have a look at the league table, guys. Yeah?
Let's do it.
All right, let's just go for it. So, Liverpool at top of the league, 16 points, 5-1, 1 drawn, 12 goals scored, 6 against, 16 points. Bournemouth have gone second in the league, and 11 points.
Yeah.
Man City are up to third with 10 points. Joint points with Arsenal and Spurs, who are yet to play. Palace up as well, 10 points. So you have 4 teams on 10 points right now, with a couple of teams still to play. Chelsea dropping down to 7th in the league with 8 points. Sunderland on 8th in the league with 8 points. So if Sunderland can get something at Nottingham Forest today, they will jump up to possibly 2nd in the league. Joint points with Bournemouth. And then if I look a bit further, Brighton 10th with 8 points. Leeds doing okay, right? Newly promoted side, 8 points, sitting 11th. Everton are yet to play, sitting 12th on 7 points. And Brentford go above Man United. And Newcastle, Man United are 14th in the league, guys. 14th in the league. Newcastle 15th in the league with 6 points. So they desperately need to win against Arsenal tomorrow, which would bump them up the league right up into that top 7. And Spurs. So what does that mean for Spurs, Nige, today? So if Spurs can get a win, we will go second clear.
Get in. Quad is on, mate. Quad is on.
13 points if we get a win above Bournemouth, City, and that's what we want. So there you go. There you go.
All in our hands. Win the game. And it's a game we should win.
Let's just see if there's any more reaction we can talk about. What's this? Palace have just scored? Is this true?
No way. No, I don't know. Was it?
What?
Yes, they have.
No way.
Oh, shoot.
Palace have just scored. The ex-Arsenal player.
He's done nothing forever.
Cheers, Nita. We thought it was finished. Nige, what happened, mate? You had the eye off the ball on that one.
Well, the scores aren't coming up anymore because we're watching. It's on the Forest game, so
it's a long throw-in into the box. It falls to Eddie Nketiah at the far post, and he smashes it through Alisson. Wow! What a result! What a result!
Well done, done to Palace.
So that leads Palace now. The table has changed. They're up to second now, 12 points. What a great start for Palace, eh? Amazing result. Fair play to them, eh?
Hang on. Apparently, it's an offside check. So
no. Oh, Jesus. Offside check? Please.
Trying to decide it while we wait for the decision. It's not yet. They have scored, but
yes, they scored. Spurs level of luck for Palace there.
I'll give them 2-1 Palace.
Come on. Great result for Palace. Liverpool finally beaten. And as I said, Palace up to second. What crazy afternoon, eh? What some results, eh? We got Chelsea losing, Liverpool losing. Fantastic stuff.
How many points have Palace got now then if they hang on? 12, is it?
12 points, 3-1, 3 draws. Sitting in second in the league. Palace for the title.
Fantastic. Get it done. Full time. Champions are beaten.
They're beaten. Full time. It's all wrapped up, 100%.
Yeah.
Right. Let's do a little bit of let's go over some kind of see what the people are saying online. Just see if there's anything funny to say. Hold on. Nothing coming up yet. Just Man United are just so poor. Man United winless in their last 8 Premier League away games going back to March.
Wow. That is poor. That is poor.
There's a message from Peter Charrington today to our fans.
Oh, is that? What's he said?
I don't know. We'll read of that later. Pressure on Man United. 32 points out of 35 games, relegation form. 21 games lost in less than a year. West Ham have picked up more points than Man United. Never won back-to-back Premier League games. Still refuses to adapt or change. Man United are not a good side, guys. They're really, really not.
He won't be here much longer. I'll give him a month. Month tops. He'll be gone.
Just seeing if there's any more fallout from these games.
Oh, I'm debating what takeaway to get tonight.
You doing a stream tonight, mate?
Yeah, I'm on with Cookie. So come on, mate, if you're free.
What are you doing? Watch along?
We're doing a watch along. Yeah, might be a laugh. Gonna have a couple of beers.
Depends. How are you watching it? Though, you watching it on the live TV?
Yeah, I'm watching it on Sky. So
I'll be watching it on the iPad. So probably means I'll be behind.
I can always pause the TV until you're up with it.
I might jump on for a laugh.
Because I'm not sure what Cookie's watching it on. I'm not sure whether he's watching it on a tablet as well. But yeah, hopefully it'll be a good laugh, and we'll win.
So Liverpool's unbeaten starts their season is over. Palace are the only team in the league who haven't lost.
Wow.
And Glasner, what sort of job he's doing there, eh?
Top manager, isn't he?
He is a top manager. You wouldn't have thought it, would you? You know, when Liverpool got that equaliser, you would have thought that's it. And they went and got a goal. Yeah. Fair play to them. Honestly.
Yeah, exactly.
Sellers Park has gone crazy. Dean Henderson's run the whole length of the pitch. Scenes.
It just goes to show, though, as well, people who complain about set pieces and how, when, obviously Spurs have scored a few from set pieces, long throw into the box. Set pieces win games. So, hopefully Spurs do more of it.
Right. I think we're going to wrap up, Nige. Up. Great stream, mate. Enjoyed it. Covering all the games, chatting Spurs, chatting about all sorts of stuff. Big up to everyone in the chat who's watched. Please smash the like button. Subscribe if you haven't. Much appreciated. Come and join Nige and the Two Mark. Whose channel is it on?
It's on Two Marks channel.
Yeah, come join the Two Marks later for a watch along. Tottenham Wolves game. What time are you going live, mate?
At 7:15, I think. Yeah, 7:15 for 8 o'clock kickoff.
Fair enough. Anyway, guys, thank you so much. Let's hope Spurs get a win later. Hey, they must win. No excuses for me. Want to see a good performance. Plenty of goals. Actually creating good chances. And let's see, guys. Big up to everybody. Cheers, Nita. Thank you so much. Come on, you Spurs. And we'll catch you all soon. Bye-bye.